Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Saturday, November 30th, 2024. In this video, we're going to do my monthly, or I try for monthly, peek ahead video. And we're going to look for insights from the universe about the coming month of December 2024 for those of us on this current timeline, and we'll see what the universe wants to let us know. Now, just as a little bit of setup and preface to that, the if you haven't watched one of the Peek Ahead videos before, we'll have two rows of cards. There are five cards in each row. The top row will be for the United States, specific to the United States, and then the bottom row will be for elsewhere. And we'll let the universe decide what, cautions or celebrations or things to watch for can be had elsewhere. If I get a nudge on where the location might be, I'll share that with you. Okay? But oh, by the way, at the end of this video, I do have a short afterword that doesn't directly have anything to do with the channel. You don't have to stay for it if you're just here to see the peek ahead information. I will wish you all sorts of good things and bye, and wait a few seconds and start on the afterword portion. Okay? So anyway, let's do this. Let's switch the camera so you can watch me work with the cards. There's no data involved with this one. We're truly just looking for insights about the coming month of December 2024. And I think it's going to be interesting. We'll find out together, though. Okay, I'll switch that camera and we'll get to it. We are seeking insights and information about the coming month, calendar month of December 2024. For this timeline we're on, we'd like that information to be clear and easily understood, not veiled or obscured or shrouded in any way by external forces. And we're going to let the universe decide if there's something we're not ready to know about, but let's find out what the universe thinks we are ready to find. Okay, again, my top row is going to be the United States. Whoops, that was several cards that came out, so I'm not going to show them to you because gosh, it was almost enough for the entire read. If it had been one flying out, I would have thought maybe it was informational and shared it with you. We'll chalk it up to smaller hands. When a chunk come out, that kind of usually is what's going on. Anyway, back to letting you know and the universe know what my plans are so that communication is clear and accurate. There'll be five cards in each row, so we'll draw a total of 10. Then I'm going to go back and get card 11 will be the keep your eye on or focus on for the United States. Card 12 will be keep your eye or focus on for elsewhere. Let's see what the universe wants us to know. Try to always keep the cards in the camera view for you. Card 1 for the United States, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have Six of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Now, we don't have a yes or no element to this read, so don't think this is saying yes. We'll talk about what it means here shortly. And then we have the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Now let's see about elsewhere. Elsewhere, card number 1 is the Five of Swords. Card 2 is the Nine of Cups. Card 3 is the Ten of Pentacles. Card 4 is the Moon. And card 5 is the Magician, which hopefully is going to mitigate a little of the energy from the moon. And again, I'll get into the read and talk about that. Okay, I'm trying to keep these. How about if I put them up here so that when I draw card 11 and 12, we do it. Okay, that way it's all in sight and everything is as transparent as I can make it. Card 1 in both rows stands for what to expect. With the Eight of Pentacles for the United States, it looks like there's a lot of hard work going on with making some course corrections for America. We didn't wait for January 20th to start them. Boom, they're happening now. And there is an energy in this country of let's get her done. Let's If something needs to be fixed, let's fix it. If we need a course correction, let's correct it. And that resolve is showing up in very skilled labor. There were people that were just kind of waiting for the uh, the green light, and they've got it. So there's a lot of good things that are in the very initial stages here in the United States. If you hear a smile in my voice, it's because I'm also thinking of the parade of ne'er-do-wells that are going to Mar-a-Lago and obviously seeking an audience and hoping for some leniency. And I keep thinking about the 17 post that talked about yeah, a little late for them, I think. Anyway, moving on, clarifying the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so not everything is coming out yet. The Four of Pentacles talks about being very sensible with the energy you expend or the resources you give. So we're at the starting stages of it, guys, of some nice changes. There's already hints that things are going to happen, whether it's at the border or in the economy or what have you. But again, at the moment, it's still just in the beginning stages, but they're not waiting. There is some prep going on that's very, very beneficial. Why do I say that? Hidden influence is what our third card stands for. And there is nothing negative about the Six of Cups when it comes to a current events read at all. It talks about reconciliation. It talks about reunion. And there's going to be some people that decide to agree to disagree where they need to, but still join up in common cause. And I hope that goes from our country and spreads around the world. We need to, like I said, focus on what we have in common and build on that because there's so much to build on. We have so many things in common with other people, whether it's love for our family units or animals or whatever it might be. We can find common ground and build on it. So the hidden influence, though, again, as far as the political perspective of it is innocent life is being a priority here and making some moves now, not later, to start getting some protections for innocent life that needed to have been happening all along, but kind of took a 4-year hiatus, unfortunately. Now, our advice card, Ace of Swords, is our advice card. Okay, this card is a card that indicates justice, breakthroughs, success, victory. So again, the United States, as far as if you were going to feel or you could measure our operating vibrational frequency right now, it has taken a big jump up, which is good because the higher any plane of existence is vibrating, the less effective evil is going to be, the less energy it has to draw on, and this is all good things. So, well, like I said, this isn't a yes, this is a success card, this is a justice card, this is a card of breakthroughs. So in the month of December, it looks like there's going to be some justice-related breakthroughs or things that are made public. And I say that because then, boom, we look at the outcome card, the potential outcome card, the Emperor. It looks like, well, you can quote me on this because I don't mind if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it looks like in December, I don't know if this is saying that Trump is already moving and grooving and shaking things, or if it's that he's going to be back in office in the month of December. Hey, let's put it for that and put our energy to that because that would be good because he's ready to do some good things for this country, irregardless of what our particular belief systems might be. He's planning to make America better and make America first. And really, if you look at that, what's wrong with that? Protecting innocent life, what's wrong with that? We should all be on that particular belief system. And so, yeah, I'm going to say now that in the month of December, Trump will be officially back in office. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'd love to be right. We'll see. We'll see. And if I'm wrong, laugh at me. Okay? I do my best, but I'm not perfect, and I sometimes can let some of my hopes. I usually tend to, since I'm not a party member of either party, and I'm really not for the size and structure of government we have right now, I can usually be neutral enough that I don't read my personal bias into the cards. And that's why a lot of times I'll have a read that ends up being accurate, more so than maybe person X, Y, or Z did. But my bias might be affecting me here, but hey, we can hope, can't we? Come on, Brinson brothers, let's unseal some decisions and make some things happen. Now let's look for elsewhere, and then you can watch with me and we'll see if we get any nudges on what might be spoken of. First of all, what to expect. Okay, there's some conflict going on. I know there is in Europe and Great Britain. There's whether it's farmers or those in the armed forces, there are some conflicts that are going on. There has been some strikes and what have you. There's going to be, in the month of December, it looks like there's going to be a more public defeat situation for somebody, but it's not a major one because fives are kind of temporary situations, and the Five of Swords is kind of like a partial and sometimes even not too honorable win or defeat. So we'll see what happens here. However, I'm not thinking that honor is a really issue here because whatever happens, okay, based on these conflicts, the clarifier is the Nine of Cups, which means it's going to be pretty satisfying. Whatever comes draws to a conclusion, or whoever lays down their arms, or whatever happens in the month of December, people are going to be pretty happy that it happens. Absolutely. Why do I say that? Boom, let's look here. Whereas in the United States, there's a lot of concern for our little ones and kind of a reconciliation and finding our common ground. For elsewhere, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I'm almost wondering if there's going to be some nice global financial news that comes out. I'm not saying, the great news of all great news, but some financial news may be coming out in December that people celebrate about. But regardless, whatever happens in card one and card two that was clarified that people are happy about, it's going to be something that benefits and improves the lives of all generations. So there's going to be, that's why I'm thinking it might be arms related. Because while it's nice to have tangible goods, it's nice to know your life is not in danger. That's a higher priority. Now, looks like in the month of December, there's going to be someone major who passes away on the geopolitical front. And I say geopolitical just simply because I really don't see with these kind of cards coming out that we're getting a talk that it might be in the faith-based world or paradigm or that kind of thing. So look for a major departing, or at least a major announcement of someone having left the earthly plane in December. So we've got that. And we've also got that I think when you hear that, people that are awake are going to know it actually happened quite some time previously. It's just that the readiness or the announcement was made in December. So I think we're going to have that. Now, potential outcome. You're celebrating elsewhere and you can make some big positive changes. You can build on the things in December that come about. The whoever lays down arms, whoever is protecting innocent life, the celebrations, they are foundational, and you'll be able to make many more good things happen based on what happens in December. Now, our final card in these peek ahead reads, the sixth card, as I mentioned before, is keep your focus on. So let's see what the United States is supposed to keep their focus on. Keep your focus on generosity. We've got the Six of Pentacles here, and this is a card that talks of and kind of advises for generosity. So this is a good time, whether it's simply just not poking someone who is unhappy with a political outcome or something like that, whether it's just being generous by withholding your opinion or your words, or just saying, you may be right, time will tell. Because sometimes that semi-validity really helps people, especially as they're starting to wake up and starting to shake off some cognitive dissonance. But also with the holiday season coming up, it's a time to think about those who don't have what we have. Now, there's always a scale here in this card, so don't go crazy with your generosity. Whether it's supporting somebody in some way or your gift giving, do it, balance it, with what you have to give. If what you have to give is time, give your time. If what you have to give is more tangible than that, then do so. But do so with a sense of balance to what you do. Okay, now for elsewhere. And like I said, I think this card read this time around, I think we're getting some Europe and maybe UK specific information here. I'm sorry if you're in Australia or New Zealand, I'd like to include you in that, but I'm not thinking that it is. We have a partnership going on here with the Two of Cups, okay? And this, I think what you're getting advised here is when you can, be in agreement with someone, work with them, not against them, okay? And know that you can be equals and different, okay? That there is such a thing as equal and opposite. So keep that in mind as you work with someone or interact with someone, or think of partnerships that maybe you hadn't in the past. Okay. Don't let someone's culture keep you from moving forward with a good connection. Don't let someone's politics keep you from moving forward. If you have common ground and you're ready to build on something, whether it's as a neighborhood, a city, a country, what have you, whatever it is, just see if the common ground's what you're building on, okay? What you're going to shake hands over, what you're going to move forward with. All right. So that's what we've got for the month of December for the United States and elsewhere. I'll do a quick recap and send you on your way. So we were looking ahead to the month of December for the United States as well as elsewhere on the world. And what we got in the United States was that there are some projects and some plans that are starting to move forward. We're beyond the foundation of them. They're ready to roll out, and they're not waiting until January 20th to at least start the foundational part of that, whether it's reaching out to on the part of the incoming or publicly incoming Trump administration to other countries or what have you. Things are getting started. I also have a feel like that's something infrastructure wise and possibly migrant wise. We'll see that there's some readiness that's going on, that they were just waiting for the time was right, and the time is getting close to right now. Don't expect a full rollout. Okay, but you'll see some of these items that we'll start hearing more than just little whispers about. We're going to see some actual readiness and resources being allocated and some progress being made. The whatever it is, I love the fact that in December and from here on out, innocent life is going to be a higher priority. And hopefully this will extend eventually into the rest of the world too. But in the United States, we're taking the gloves off and we're saying littles need to be safe, nurtured, protected, and we're going to do what we can to make sure that happens. So good for us. The uh, card that was our advice card was the Ace of Swords, just talking about success and victory and breakthroughs, kind of to expect them. Now, here's where I said something that may come back to haunt me, but if it does, I'll take it in really good humor. With the potential outcome card being the Emperor, I'm thinking we may have Mr. T be more officially in place and publicly in place in December, not January. So we'll see. And you know what? If that's something that you would celebrate and anticipate and want to put your energy towards, then picture it happening. Okay, picture maybe some court cases getting unsealed and acted upon, not just simply decided and then they shut up about it. The keep your focus on for December in the United States, generosity. Do what you can, whether it's energetically or materially or however it might be, but keep in mind to do so with balance. So don't go crazy with the Christmas gifts, okay? Do what you can afford and be generous to others, including sometimes in how you act with them or towards them or respond to them, okay? That's a toughie. It can be a toughie. I understand that. Okay, now for elsewhere. Looked like in the month of December, there's going to be some sort of conflict, not a major one, but a conflict that at least partially resolves. And so that's what can be anticipated. I don't know if this is UK or Europe as a whole, but there's some places of conflict where that's going to kind of come to a conclusion in December. I said that I think it may be arms related because whatever it is, it's going to be a very happy development that you guys are going to be celebrating when it does. The hidden influence, again, whatever happens, it's going to be good for all generations. There's some money involved with this, whether it is, like people standing down because it's been incentivized or what have you. I don't know, but again, it's nice to see that all generations are being in consideration with what might be the hidden influence or what's going on. I don't have an idea of who, but there's going to be someone who is well known. I mean, we say worldwide or almost worldwide, who's going to be acknowledged to have passed in the month of December. So there's a major passing that we're going to be hearing about, or you are if you are in UK, Europe area. Now, with all of that, just a reminder that the things you're celebrating, the changes you're celebrating, it will be possible that these can end up being kind of a springboard for more changes and more good developments in the future. So that was a beautiful card for the potential outcome. And then keep your focus on when you have an opportunity to be in partnership with someone to work together on a common cause, just do so, treating each other as equals. And even if you would normally have considered this equal to not be someone you would be in partnership with, if your goals are similar and your objectives are similar, move forward with it with some trust and respect, and roll those sleeves up and get her done, guys. Get her done. Well, that's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. And if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Until next time, bye. Okay, now for the afterword. This is where I can just chat with you and I don't have to worry about, format and what have you. As you can see, the background's changed a little. I moved my desk to the other side of the room because I got tired of that little plumbing access panel being in the picture. Although people had some really cute theories about what that might be. It really is a 1950s home, and that is an access panel for the one bathroom. So we want to keep that running at all times. So I moved over, and in a way, this side of the room represents me a little bit more as far as some of my diverse interests are. You can see my collection of adult comic books. I've got a couple of wooden puzzles, and some other things that just, or some books that have not crosswords, but word finds, things like that. Just things I've done when I've had a few extra minutes. When you leave TV behind, you find other ways to fill your time. So the background changed, but I want to make sure I could still let people see my where we go one, we go all, and I will try to. It looks like I didn't have the picture high enough that you can see God Wins, which sits above it. Here, I'm going to move it real gently. But that's the new perspective, and that's the reason why. Okay. And then the other thing is, I'm not going to be allowed to put a link up on YouTube, but I want to let you know, and I want to ask for your grace and and kindness. I sat down and had an audio chat with SG Anon this last week, and it got posted on Rumble. I'm going to do a quick share screen so you can see. And if you choose to watch it, I have to admit I haven't had enough nerve to watch it. I just felt like I didn't do too well. So, but it's a non-audio chat 126, speaking with SG Anon. So if you'd like to look at it, it's over on the Rumble site, and Q News Patriot. You can see here, and you can pause your video if you need to, is where you'd be looking for it. Okay, and like I said, I haven't had enough nerve to listen to it. I just felt like oh, do you ever have one of those times when you just feel like you could have said something better or more clearly or what have you? Well, that's how I felt about it. But I did notice in the comments, there were some really nice comments, and then there were some from people that are still very much programmed that tarot is evil or associated with practices that I don't engage in. So, some nice comments would be nice. Let's get that perspective out there that it is, that I use it as a tool, and just like any tool, there's a safe way to use them, there's an unsafe way. Okay, if we felt like knives should be outlawed because, then because one person does something bad with one, what about all the chefs and stuff that are going to be having a hard time getting meal prep done? Hammers, same thing. I've heard of bad things happen with hammers, and but we don't outlaw them. We just know there's a right way and a wrong way to use things, and you can learn how to use them right, and then your intention counts for a lot too. So anyway, like I said, you tell me how bad I did, because I don't know if I'm ever going to listen to it. I was there when it was said, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Anyway, that's it for this video. This really is the final goodbye, okay? And again, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish you everything bright. And I am so glad you're here and you put up with me. I really am. Bye.